Markin.
And I'm Yashar Mathur, and this is our very first podcast. And we hope to have these on a weekly basis where we're going to talk about all things internet, ranging from Twitter to Facebook to how to run a successful PPC campaign, and just some random things that we might find on the internet that we think are interesting and useful to our audience.
But today, since it's our first time, we thought we'd start off with a little bit of research of what we've gone through for our first time. How about you, Yushar? What was your first time like?
Well, let's not go there. But if we're going to talk about internet things, I mean, the very first time I got on the internet, I recall it was actually before I moved to the States. It was back in Sweden. There was such a thing called AltaVista. If people remember AltaVista.com. You remember that website?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
That was the first time I got it, and the first time I got exposed to the internet was actually through a chat group. And that was through AltaVista. But I found the chat room and I started chatting up some of the people in the library. But then when I moved here, the first time I got on the internet was AOL. And
AOL. Who remembers AOL? I am.
Yeah.
Woo. That's all I did through high school.
You mean don't anymore?
Oh, yeah. So, when would you say your first social media experience was?
Wow. First social media experience, I believe that, I mean, if we take a look at social media the way we look at it today, I would say it would probably be a company called collegeclub.com.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, they were actually the biggest college-oriented website for between the ages of 18 to 24, 26. They were based out of here in San Diego, California, actually. Mm-hmm. At their height, they had 2 million visitors. But my experience there was it was like a forum. You would get to know the people. You would chat with them. Like-minded people. That was my first real social media experience. Mm-hmm. What about yours?
Mine was quite a little late. I was a late bloomer when it comes to social media. My first encounter with social media was actually Facebook when I went to college.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I'd heard about other things, but I'd never created my own profile and login. I'd seen friends on MySpace and all this other stuff, but no, not me. Facebook, since I thought it was safe, because back then it was only for college kids, and if you didn't have a college email address, you couldn't get in.
Exactly.
Which now it's totally changed, and
now you can find your mom, your dad, your aunts, and
my grandma just got on Facebook. I don't know. Anyways, so what would you say your first tweet was?
My first tweet was actually, I believe, sometime in February of 2008.
Ooh, wow. And what did you tweet about?
I think it was actually something like, I'm going to go for a coffee run.
Oh, so you're one of those. Or you started out like one of those.
I started out with like one of those, as if, who gives a damn about me? It's okay, I'm going to go for a coffee run. But then but the thing is, at the time I had maybe 20 followers. Uh-huh. And they were all friends that I knew in real life. Mm-hmm. By real life, I mean I interacted with them, in the office or outside of the office, but not online friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but now that's actually a different story, and I think we're going to say that for another episode of how you're supposed to tweet.
Yeah, definitely. So, moving along, let's see. What do you think, I'm sorry, I just lost my page.
Oh, no worries. I think you were going to talk about something like, when the first PPC was.
When was the first PPC? Wasn't it like 1997?
Yeah, it was actually 1997, if I'm not mistaken, and it was developed by a guy named Bill Gross for GoTo.com. Yep, and GoTo.com got acquired by, do you recall what it was?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, it was Yahoo later on, but I think it was another company in between. It was, they turned into Overture and then became acquired by Yahoo.
Ah, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Google came along, and that's really when PPC took off.
Yeah, that's when it revolutionized everything.
Exactly. With Google AdWords, because at the time people were buying these huge banner ads on Yahoo.
Oh God.
Or AltaVista. You remember those?
Yeah, the big flashy neon bright.
God.
Woo, I loved those.
No, I hated it. I hope you're being sarcastic.
Yes. Or how about the first web browser? The first web browser, I think, was in like 1990. They didn't even have, you couldn't even open, it couldn't even have text and images on the same page. I don't think it was until the Mosaic browser?
Yeah, I think it was Mosaic browser.
Mosaic in 1993 that you could actually get an image and the content on the same page.
Wow.
Yeah, we've come quite a way.
Yeah, we have. I mean, that brings you back to the first banner ad that they had on the internet, which was, I believe, in 1994. On, I can't remember. I think it was Hotwired, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
It was, the background was black, and then you can see here on the screenshot that we have, you see that this page is actually the very first banner ad that you see on the top of this website, which was, compared to today's standard, just awful. Even a 10-year-old could do it better than us. So that really shows you how long of a way we've come since then.
Yeah. So, well, we all love first time, so.
Exactly. So, this was our very first episode and this is a name that we have to, remember better. But we've actually decided to name this podcasting Twatty, and that stands for Things This Week in All Things
Internet.
There you go. And I think that's it. We're going to wrap it up for this week, and we hope you tune in to our next episode, which is going to be airing next Tuesday. So today is May 12th, and it is 12:48 p.m., and we hope that you like our episode, and we'll see you next week.
Gotta get that. Gotta get that. Boom, boom, boom. 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 That boom, boom, boom. That boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Yo, I got that hit to beat the block. You can get that bass on below.